Auburn basketball, man, you got to be excited about the Auburn basketball team, who now carries a 10-game winning streak into the Sweet 16 after defeating Kansas 89-75 in the second round of the tournament. Now, when you look at the Auburn Tigers basketball team for the last 10 games, one thing that you can show is that they're winning the turnover battle. Most definitely winning the turnover battle. And also they're shooting very well from the field and doing very well with three-point shot. Bryce Brown led the Auburn Tigers with 25 points, and he even said in his interview that, once the Auburn's defense gets going, once they start to create pressure and kind of get the other team off balance, that's when they're the most effective. Congratulations to the Sweet 16 Auburn Tigers. Once again, it's K-Stu the GOAT for Vernon Speak Sports, mostly talking about Auburn football and the rest of the SEC. I want to give a shout out to my fearless and true gang, War Eagle. Now, for the past few years, especially with Daniel Carlson at place kicker, Auburn has had a deadly weapon with field goals. Daniel Carlson never missed an extra point, and between 2015 and 2016, he was as much as 80, probably average about 85% of his field goals, accounting for a lot of points for the Auburn Tigers. This past year, though, if you look at his brother, Anders Carlson, who has a strong leg, but Auburn took a major step back in place kicking. As a matter of fact, Anders Carlson was 60% and had a total of 89 points versus, say, his brother the year before, who was 23 of 31 for 126 points. And a lot of those crucial points were missed, say, against Washington. He missed one in that game, and he missed a huge field goal against Mississippi State that really could have kind of kept Auburn going point scoring wise in that game and possibly gave them some momentum, especially after Boobie Whitlow fumbled right at the goal line. That's 10 points right there. Auburn lost that game 23-9. It's no telling how much different that game could have gone if those points were made, because you're talking about, instead of 23-9, 23-19 with some momentum, with some more confidence offensively, possibly having a better chance to win that Mississippi State game. So this is going to be very important for this year, especially you talk about spring football and getting prepared for, the big opener against Oregon. A very high consequence game, could set the tone perception-wise as to how the 2019 season is going to go. And field goals are very important. A lot of times we don't realize how important the field goal kicker is, because a lot of times he's just aimlessly kicking the ball in the net, and we just don't know. We really don't know who he is till he misses one. So we hope to see some improvement with the kicking game, because this typically hasn't been a problem under the Gus Malzahn era. So we'll see how this progresses, because 60% is not going to get you where you need to be place kicking wise in the SEC, especially when you need those points, as many points as you can. Because it used to be when Gus crossed the 50-yard line, he had at least 3 points guaranteed, because Daniel Carlson can kick it from 50 yards out. That's the same way with Anders Carlson. His leg is just as strong. He's been shown as hitting them as far as 60 yards in practice, 70 yards in practice. So when he starts to get that accuracy going, that confidence going, I think this will be an area that will be much improved. So I want you guys to look out for this. 60% last year for Anders Carlson, only accounting for 89 points versus his brother 126 from the year before. So that's another, I know it's not the most sexy area of the football field, but it's very, very significant. Comment on this topic. Subscribe to the channel. We're growing. I appreciate all the comments. The comment section, is usually pretty jumping after these posts. Like I said, subscribe to the channel. Once again, it's K-Stu the GOAT for Vernon Speak Sports, talking about Auburn football. Congrats to the Auburn men's basketball team, War Eagle.